Hello and good morning. Welcome to another week of the Fife Property Market Update. So this is for the week commencing the 26th to the 1st of February. As I always say, feel free to comment. Even if you're watching this as a rerun and not getting a chance to watch it live, feel free to comment. We'll come back to you. You can private messages, or likewise, you can pick up the phone. But this is the weekly update. But with this one as well, because we are now into February, can you believe it? January went by so quickly. We are also going to do a roundup of the month statistics for January, and then we'll look at last week's. And then we'll look at what we're doing in particular as an agency. And then we're also going to look back at the shows that were done just so you can see what you want to go back and watch. But as I say, this is the weekly update, the 26th to the 1st. Please feel free to comment and we can answer any questions. So first off, we're going to start with the statistics for last week. So this is all agencies that cover Fife that use Rightmove, and that's where we get these figures from. So we'll start with last week's. Hopefully as well, I will not have any technical issues this week. So let's see how we get on for Monday morning. But straight away, you can see there was 128 properties instructed and 137 properties sold. So the more that the coming weeks happen, the months, when we get closer to your spring, summer, we are going to see the amount of properties that are coming to market increasing, but likewise, you can still see that there is a strong amount of buyers out there. And we have been saying that now is an ideal time to go to market because there's slightly less competition, because everybody's still in the mindset to wait till spring, summer when the gardens are in full bloom. You know, it's lighter evenings. That's when they think is the best time to go to market. But actually, now is the best time because you're still getting, obviously, the evenings are getting lighter. You maybe notice that as you're driving home or leaving work. You obviously as well are going to have your buyer in time for summer. So now is an ideal time to go because you imagine spring, summer, everybody's juggling family, kids being off school, holidays. There's so much going on that now is an ideal time to go to market. And then you're beating the big rush because what tends to happen is when there's a lot more property on the market and there's more supply, that's when you do tend to get less for your property, because if they're not going to get yours, they'll just move on to the next one because there is so much supply. But right now, going to market, there's slightly less competition, but you can see that demand is absolutely still there with 137 properties selling last week. Now, when you look through the micro regions, you'll see obviously the breakdown in further detail. When I say micro regions, I mean the different postcodes and different areas within Fife. So your Cooper to your East Neuk to your St Andrews, etc. So you can see the breakdown there. So it gives you a slightly better idea if you are looking to purchase a property in these areas. Likewise, if you're looking to sell your property, or even if you're currently on the market and you're wondering obviously what's happening, but this is a great amount of detail. So you can see straight away there, Cooper, so your KY 14 and 15 postcode, you had 10 properties that went to market and 14 properties showing sold. So that's great results for Cooper, strong numbers there. East Neuk 3 and 2, slightly less than the last couple of weeks. It did kind of increase over the last 2 weeks, but it has kind of come back down ever so slightly with 3 instructed and 2 sold. But that is still good numbers for the East Neuk. It is still kind of an average. There is roughly about 2 to 3 months worth of stock sitting in the East Neuk just now. Moving to St Andrews, that is good numbers for St Andrews. That was surprising to see, but also great to see as well, because within St Andrews at the minute, kind of your KY16 postcode, there's roughly 5 to 6 months worth of stock. So to see 9 properties go to market, but actually 8 properties showing as sold, subject to concluded misses, is great to see, because we have got quite a bit of stock to shift through there. So it kind of has been kind of any sellers within the KY16 postcode. It has all just been about patience, because there is buyers out there. It's just taking slightly longer, whether it be obviously because of the new build homes, obviously the incentives that are being offered by the new build development sites. Likewise, there's been a surge in terms of landlords offloading their properties as well. So that has obviously given a lot more supply on the market as well. Obviously, with the building and the student accommodation that's getting built, there has been a couple of different factors that has meant there's obviously been an increase in properties going to market. But it's great to see, obviously, that it is buyers out there, and we will slowly get through the stock in St Andrews. So then heading to Levermouth, obviously, if you're a regular to these shows, you will know that obviously Levermouth is always going to be strong now. It is just a given. The commuter links that has opened up with the Leven train station and your Cameron Bridge has had such a positive impact that we are still seeing strong numbers. So if you have a property within the KY8 postcode and you want to put your property on the market, now is the time to go, because we are still seeing such a positive impact from the investment that was put into the area. Dunfermline, high numbers, your 48 and 52. Again, if you're a regular to the show, you'll know why these are slightly higher numbers, not even slightly, drastically higher numbers. If you're not, again, it's actually the opportunity for the commuting. So actually being this side of the bridge in Dunfermline, you're getting a lot more property for your money, but you are still a good kind of manageable proximity for commuting to your Edinburgh and your Glasgow, where obviously you would pay astronomical prices for property. So that's why Dunfermline is always a popular area, and that's why the numbers kind of completely outweigh the rest of the micro regions. Glenrothes 19 versus 20. Both Glenrothes and Kirkcaldy are again always slightly high numbers, always just less than Dunfermline, but more than your other micro regions. But again, Glenrothes and Kirkcaldy, great numbers for those. And just remember as well, this is for the core market. So this doesn't include new builds because it wouldn't be a like-for-like comparison. So this is just the core resale homes. But for last week, in terms of new builds, there was 2 that were sold in Dunfermline, 6 in Glenrothes, and 4 in Kirkcaldy. The other micro regions didn't have any. Which is quite interesting actually for St Andrews not to obviously have any. But yeah, as I say, Dunfermline, Dunfermline, Glenrothes and Kirkcaldy, they are the numbers for that, which is great because actually the last couple of weeks new builds have been a wee bit slower. There's been a couple of weeks where there's been nothing, but it's obviously great to see that has picked up. And then we will now take a look at the monthly statistics. So this is everything that happened in January. So let's change screen for you. Now, I did say hopefully no technical issues today. Oh, there we go. That's perfect. So this is for the whole of January. All agents that use Rightmove right across Fife. So you can see there that 413 properties were instructed and 411 properties showing as sold. So literally 2 properties in it, marginal. So we're going to go ahead and just say like for like. So again, you can see the different micro regions and you can see obviously the popular areas. As I say, it's great for East Nuke to have 15 versus 14. So very similar numbers, but it's great to see that actually for the whole of January, 14 properties sold. And that will only increase as obviously the months go on, but it's great to see that we are seeing stock go. As I say, about 2 to 3 months worth of stock there. Again, for St Andrews, yes, there was 27 properties instructed, but likewise, there was 22 properties showing sold, which again is a good number for St Andrews. And we will just kind of trickle through the stock that's sitting just now. As I say, it is all just about patience. It's just bear in mind, when has your buyer just started their journey? You might feel like you've been on the market for a wee while and maybe sticking, but actually, how long has your buyer been on the market? So just think of it like that. Every day, new buyers are joining the market and looking for properties like yours. Levenmouth, you have 33 and 33. You can see black and white there. Can't argue with that. Strong area, so now is an ideal time to sell. But likewise, it's a great area to buy in because obviously the investment that's been put into the area. Dunfermline 169 versus 173. There or thereabouts, just a couple of properties in it. But again, really strong high numbers. And then you've got your Glenrothes 55 versus 50. And then your 83 versus 78 in Kirkcaldy. Again, obviously there will be the new builds that we can add into that. So for last month, in terms of new builds, there was 1 in the St Andrews area that sold. As I say, I'm quite surprised at that. There's not a couple, obviously, more with having the big development site. But Dunfermline, there was 2, which is actually, again, quite low for Dunfermline. There is normally a bit more, especially with the site kind of at the Dulloch area. Then you have 11 in Glenrothes, which is a high number, but obviously you've got a couple of different sites in Glenrothes. You've got the Cadham site, but you've also got the kind of Markinch Persimmon site. So there was 11 new builds sold. And then Kirkcaldy, you have got 5. So that obviously adding those in, that'll get the numbers different as well. But straight away you can see there 413 properties instructed in January and 411 sold. So when people think now is the time to not go to market, look at that. 411 buyers active on the market looking for property. So you think, oh, January would be quiet. Absolutely not. It just shows you there. Proof's in the pudding. Now is a great time to go to market, get your property sold, tick it off in your list to be moving in the summer. Because if you think about the time, depending on which kind of micro region you're in, if it's average selling time of being on the market for 2 months, say 8 weeks, then you're kind of 6 to 8 weeks conveyancing. You're then hitting into summer anyway. So now is the time to go to market so that we can get obviously you in your next steps and moved along in your journey. So that is the statistics for the property market, and that was from the 26th to the 1st. If you have any questions on that or you want to discuss it in more detail, as I say, feel free to comment, even if you're watching this as a rerun, or you can message us privately if you want to be a wee bit more discreet. Likewise, you can pick up the phone and call us in the office. You will get us on 01334 654 221, and you can speak with any of us and we'll happily discuss that in greater detail for you. But now we're going to take a look at what we are doing as an agency. So this is properties we have sold, completed on, and also coming soon, which I know is a key part that people look for. So last week, what we then, so we've got a variety of different properties, different micro regions, different price points, which is great to see. We're seeing different properties obviously going over the line. So the first one is, let's have a look. We will do, let me show this for you. Let me pull it up on the screen. So there we go. So the first one we sold was in Strathmiglo. So this is Kirkwynd, Strathmiglo. As you can see, a substantial plot of property, absolutely stunning because it's a 4-bedroom semi-detached property, substantial plot, which you can see right there. And there is actual potential to further develop because there is actually planning in place for this property for a single story. Because obviously you can see, even doing that, you're still going to be left with plenty of outdoor space. Village lifestyle as well. Obviously, Strathmiglo, you've got amenities, but you are still close by, obviously, for commuting, but a village lifestyle as well. So it really is an ideal location and an absolutely stunning property. And this one it was on the market for offers over 425. Now, because these have just had offers accepted and they're going through conveyancing and missives, we can't disclose the offers that were accepted on them, obviously, until they're completed. So you'll just need to keep an eye out for that. But this was on for offers over 425. And the new owners are absolutely delighted to be getting such a stunning home. They're upsizing, but also staying within the area. So they're used to the village lifestyle and the setting and everything that Strathmiglo has to offer, but they're upsizing. So an absolutely fantastic opportunity for the new owners. So they are over the moon to have secured that property. Then your next one, so it's slightly different. But this one is in Leven. So this was Horgate Avenue. So this was a 2-bedroom upper flat. And this was on for offers over 78,000. Now, straight away you can see there, not only is it just a flat, but you're actually getting off-street parking and garden with this flat, which is obviously great to achieve. Leven, so walking distance down to the high street, to the bus station, the train station, leisure facilities, the beach, the Fife Coastal Path. But what's great about this one, and is slightly different, is it actually was sold with sitting tenants in situ. So there was long-standing tenants, and it was sold with them in situ. So obviously ideal for a landlord, whether they were looking to start out or even just add into their portfolio. But this is sold with tenants in situ. So the new owner is absolutely delighted to take on that investment, and he doesn't even need to worry about finding tenants. He's already got them in situ. He just gets to start an immediate rental income, monthly income, which is great. As I say, offers over 78,000. So if you are a landlord looking to offload properties and want to sell them with tenants in situ, if you maybe weren't aware that that was an option to you, or maybe wasn't aware that that is something we can assist you with, pick up the phone. We're more than happy to chat with you, discuss your options, talk through valuations, and to discuss next step. Or likewise, if you see anything like this and you're a landlord wanting to add to your portfolio, let us have a chat with you. We're more than happy. We can also put you in touch with Richard Cook, the lettings director, who can then discuss with you again your options, your rental income, and what that looks like. So that was our next sold one. So we have another one, so a different area. So we're covering all the micro regions and, as I say, all different types of properties. But this one was in Cooper. It's always a popular area. So it's Upper Dalgane, and this was a 3-bedroom semi-detached house. So this is offers over 170,000. As I say, I can't disclose the offer that was accepted on this, but it is a substantial amount over, which obviously the seller is delighted with, and the new owners are looking forward to moving into the area. As I say, it's always a popular location, this area within Cooper, Upper Dalgane, because it is a great affordability range. And look at that one as well. Not only is it a 3-bedroom semi-detached, but they've actually extended, so you can see that extension at the side, but they're still getting plenty of off-street parking, and then garden space to the rear. So it was definitely a popular one, and people missed out on this one. So if you have a property similar, if you are looking for a 3-bedroom semi-detached property within the affordability range, whether you're a first-time buyer, whether you're a family looking to upsize, whether you are looking to downsize, or even if you're an investor looking to obviously take on property for your portfolio, these are always going to be popular properties and get snapped up. So if you have a property to sell similar to this, as I say, people missed out on this. If you want to get the results that we got for this seller and also sell it in 6 days, which is incredible, so just under a week, then pick up the phone. We can get an agent to come out and see you, give you a valuation, discuss next steps, and make your journey a lot more easier, because that ultimately that's what we're here for. So that one, as I say, sold in 6 days, over the home report value, and the new owners are absolutely delighted to be moving to the area again, because Cooper's got everything that you need right on your doorstep, from schooling to commuting to amenities, again, walks. But obviously you're close to St Andrews, Dundee, kind of ticks all the boxes. So that is what we accepted offers on last week. Now we're going to look at what we have coming soon. So this is properties that either myself or the other agents have been out, we have valued, and is going to be coming to market with us. So you need to be looking out for the pre-portals. Now, to see these properties, you need to be following us on social media. Now we have a page for each different area. So if you're looking to purchase property in St Andrews, then follow the St Andrews page. Likewise, East Neuk, follow the East Neuk page. Follow the relevant page for the area that you're looking to buy in. Or if you're looking to obviously purchase just within Fife and you're open to areas, then follow all the pages, because that's where you're going to see our properties first. We do the pre-portal videos. So a pre-portal video is a preview. It's a really in-depth walkthrough of the property. We start at the front, walk through the whole property, then we discuss location with you. So it's like a one-stop shop. You then don't need to go and worry about finding out where everything is in proximity to you. We tell you that. And then at the end, we discuss price point. Now, there is criteria to get through the door at pre-portal stage, because the property is not yet live on Rightmove, Zoopla, or S1 Homes, or our own websites. This is a pre-portal, so it's a preview before we get to that. Now, to qualify to get through the door and get a viewing before it goes to the wider market, you need to be in 2 positions. The first position is in a position to proceed. So you need to be a cash buyer, ready to go, ready to make our seller an offer that they just cannot refuse. So it needs to be over that home report value that we mention at the end of the videos, and it needs to be an offer that is your no regrets offer, that secures this property and stops it going to the wider market. You almost want that seller to bite your hand off and stop it going to the market. So that is the 2 criteria. If obviously any part of that you want to discuss further, you want to clarify, put it in the comments. More than happy to discuss with you. Or, as I say, message us privately if you want it to be a wee bit more private. Or alternatively, pick up the phone and chat with one of the agents, and we're more than happy to discuss that with you. But it all starts with following the social media pages. Then look out for the pre-portal. You'll see the agent. It'll say pre-portal. Watch the whole video. At the end, it tells you the price point. So make sure you keep listening until the end, and then do what you need to do to get in contact with us so that we can get you registered, get you qualified, and then we can obviously discuss what the next steps look like. So we have 2 this week. We have Elizabeth Street in Tayport. So this is a 3-bedroom semi-detached cottage, beautifully presented. From out the front, you don't realize what you're walking into and everything that you're getting. It's just around the corner from the golf course as well. Likewise, obviously Tayport, great location for either commuting to St Andrews or even across the bridge to Dundee. So that one is going to be a popular one, I'm sure. As I say, that is in Tayport. It's Craig that's going to be doing the pre-portal for that one. So keep a lookout on the Cooper and our Dundee page so that you can see that one. And as I say, ask any questions that you may have. Then the next one, different location, but we have a property coming for you in the East Nuke. So we have the 2-bedroom end terrace property. This is Invery Street in St Monans. We've sold a lot in Invery Street in the Remain and the kind of surrounding streets. This particular one, we actually only sold it last year to them. They have made cosmetic improvements and it's coming back to market. So it's a 2-bedroom end terraced. So if you missed out on this the first time around, it's coming back. And as I say, it's had cosmetic improvements. They have kind of put their own wee stamp on it. They have also dropped the curb at the front as well. So it's a lot better driveway and access. So you've got 2-car driveway, 2-bed end terrace. You've got garden to the side and the rear. As I say, they've made cosmetic improvements. So it's moving condition, ready to go. What's great is they're actually purchasing another one of our properties and are upsizing. That's the only reason for selling, but we are managing that whole chain. So we are reselling this property again and they're going on to purchase another one of ours, but that is going to be coming soon. I am doing the pre-portal for that one on Wednesday, so you don't have to wait long to see this one. So beforehand, if you're watching this, make sure you're following the East Nuke page. Also pick up the phone, call the office. Let's get you registered if you're not already so that you do not miss out on properties. But yeah, look out for that one. It's myself that's doing that on Wednesday on the East Nuke page. So that is our coming soons and the activity that we have got taking place. Next, we're going to discuss completed. So this is properties we have accepted offers on. It's gone through the missives and they are now signed and the new owners are in enjoying their property. So the first one is Glenogle Gardens in Anstruther. This was a substantial property. It was a 4-bedroom semi-detached villa, corner plot. As I say, it had been extended. They were getting vast outdoor space, corner plot, and it overlooked the playing field. So it was a prime location as well. Great positioning within the street on Glenogle Gardens. And it sold for 230,000. And the new client is looking forward to moving into their new home and putting their own stamp on it and getting to take full advantage of everything that it offers, because that is an absolutely vast property for the price point. And of course, it's Anstruther, so they're getting the whole lifestyle that offers. You then have Queen Margaret Street. So staying within the East Nuke, you have Queen Margaret Street in St Monans. This was a 3-bedroom ground floor flat, but it was absolutely immaculate. You were getting a contemporary bathroom and kitchen, 3 really generous sized double bedrooms, a landscape garden to the rear and off-street parking. So you were getting basically everything. It was the property that was giving you everything, while again, ideal location, St Monans, so walking distance, Fife Coastal Path, the harbour, and everything obviously that St Monans has to offer. Now, this one was sold to a first-time buyer as well, so it's great to see there is still first-time buyers out there. And as well, that one sold for 160,000. So as I say, it's great to see first-time buyers, and what an absolutely beautiful first home to get on the market with, especially because there's not a thing that you need to do, just walk in condition. And our final one that completed last week was, again, different location. This is in Newbury. So this was Woodruff. Now, this was a 2-bedroom first floor flat. And this one we actually got 3.7 over home report for, and it sold for £83,000. So as I say, 2-bedroom first floor flat. And with this property, it was myself that did the kind of walkthrough for this one. The views that you get from your living room are absolutely beautiful. You are standing there in the living room. It's got a ginormous window. One, it lets all the natural light flood in, but also it gives you incredible views because you're elevated as well. You're just getting right over the rooftops and beautiful views of the Tay. So absolutely stunning. And with this one as well, they are getting to move to the area. Newbury's got all your amenities. It's got obviously schooling, it's got the shops, it's got pubs, but close proximity, you can obviously get to Perth as well or onto the M90 for further commuting. So the new owners are looking forward to moving to the area. But with this one, it's great as well because it's a real potential to add value. So they're getting to go in there, put their own stamp on it, and they know that they're adding immediate value. But that is the properties that we have completed on. So if you have properties within those areas and you're looking to obviously get a 3.7% over home report value and money in your pocket, pick up the phone, because for each of these properties, we have got a database of buyers looking for their next home. So let us help you in your journey and move forward. But that is the activity that we had taking place within Fife Properties. Now, before I leave you and head off to start the week, let's have a chat about the shows that have taken place so you know what to go back and you want to rewatch. So the first one, obviously, Monday, not only does it mean you are getting the weekly update, but it also means at 12:30 you are getting the Wealth Creation Show. Now, this is with Richard Cook, the Lettings Director, and Jim Parker, one of the UK's most successful property investors. So you can either watch it live at 12:30, it'll be across all the channels, or go and do a rerun as well. Like we always say, ask questions. But this particular week's topic is wounds to wealth. Now, the majority of us have at least one or likely multiple habits and limiting beliefs when it comes to money. When we hold these limiting beliefs, we consciously and unconsciously act in ways that reflect those beliefs. We don't take time to identify and heal our money wounds or our financial habits, including our thoughts about money, don't improve, and we might feel stuck when it comes to getting more money in our bank account. Does this perhaps sound like you or a relationship with money? Do you perhaps have unhealthy financial habits? Now, it's maybe time to rewire and take a good hard look at your finances and your financial mindset and discover how you could perhaps break the cycle. As I say, you've got Richard and Jim Parker on hand to discuss. So you don't need to go trying and finding all the ways. They're going to talk you through all the different options. So 12:30, you can watch it live or do the rerun. And as I say, comments, they'll be more than happy to chat with you. Then a show that Jim and I did last week was how long does a property spend on the market in Fife, which had a load of really key facts and figures and statistics that you're maybe not aware of. So that is a crucial one to go back. Even if you are a seller or a potential seller considering going to market, or even a buyer, some really key information on there to understand what the market is doing in Fife, because you may have noticed some Fife homes seem to fly off the market while others kind of linger for months. Now, the reasons behind this can be surprising and not what everybody thinks. Everybody, and we talk about this in detail, everybody's mindset is something's wrong with the property, and that's absolutely not the case, but that's where everybody's mindset goes to. It could be down to factors like pricing, presentation, demand, and something that people don't factor in is sellers' circumstances change as well, and that is a big factor. So Jim and I discussed that. That was on last week. So go back and watch that either on all the channels or even on YouTube. And although it's not live and it was last week, you can still comment there any questions you have, and we will come back to you. Likewise, you can message us privately or pick up the phone. And then a final one, and this is good if you are a landlord, is your rental property affected, and which license do you need? Many landlords have no idea whether their rental property requires a license, which is why many get caught out. So again, Jim Parker and Richard Cook, the Lettings Director, discussed the different rules and the UK landlord licensing, as well as the local authorities, as they aren't always communicative and are loud about policy changes, especially if there is fines involved. So again, you don't need to go and troll the internet, read books, watch that, and they'll be able to talk you through all the different licensings and rules. And again, ask questions if you've got them. That's what they're there for. So that's the shows that have taken place. That is the statistics for January, the whole month, and also last week, and also what we have taken place as an agency ourselves. So that has been another Fife Market Weekly update. Can you believe we are now into February? It is flying in, but I hope you have an amazing week. I will see you again next Monday live at 10 o'clock. Any comments, put them and we will come back to you. Likewise, through the week, if you see anything, drop us a message or even pick up the phone. You can get us in the office on 01334 654 221. Hope you have an amazing week, and I will see you next Monday. Take care.